Hello, hi, geekpreneur. What is going on? Welcome. Happy Thursday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. I am Sean Azimi, and I am somebody who used to work in an office call center environment, 14, 16-hour days, 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week, until my pancreas shut down on me, quit on me, left me unemployable. I actually lost my job over it, but don't tell anybody. Um, yeah, left me unemployable with nothing to fall back on. I don't know if you've ever had rock bottom like that, but it is not pretty at all. I don't recommend it. So if Beta June, how are you? I see you on Instagram. How are you? So if that resonates with you, drop the word me in the comments and I'll get back with you after this live. I got a good live for you tonight. Some of us deal with this type of humans all the time, all the time. I'm somebody that I have somebody like this in my life, and it's not fun to deal with this type of a characteristic, and that is a narcissistic. Sometimes narcissistics can be extremely um, frustrating to speak with. And what do you do, right? What do you do if you're in a romantic relationship with someone like that? If you're in a family relationship with somebody like that, or if you're in a professional relationship with somebody like that. So I'm here to give you five, five ways you can definitely try to get some respect from a narcissistic personality, because keep this in mind, narcissistic psychopaths, they don't um, like to give respect a whole lot, right? Because it's all about them. Well, these five ways may help you gain some respect. Like my man Jim Rohn used to say, if you're ready, say I'm ready. By the way, we are live on all platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and then later X, Threads, and LinkedIn. Let's go number one. Number one, you may have heard this statement in a whole different context, but it certainly applies here, and it applies a major role. And that is, be the change you want to see. Now, at first glance, you're like, yeah, you got to be the person that you want to see in the world and all that. Okay, right. However, you got to work harder on yourself to create a healthier atmosphere for yourself, especially when you're um, dealing with a narcissistic personality, if somebody like that is in your space, right? So you got to be able to defend yourself when an unfair under attack, when you are unfairly under attack by maybe your friend who's a narcissistic partner, or whether it's a romantic one or a business one. You got to be able to defend yourself. So what that means, you got to be the change you want to see, which means if you want to see that person more calm, collective, and cool, with a healthier environment around them, then that's what you got to be, and that's what you got to create for yourself. Okay, that's a major player in this equation. Number two is you got to take some time out when you need it. I know that sounds so cliche, right? Take some time. Yeah, no, I mean, like, when the tension is high, when the tension rises, take a break, walk outside, like physically walk outside, take a breather, get some fresh air, walk around the parking lot, if you would, and just kind of collect yourself. Here's the thing: you can't manage your partner's emotions, but you can certainly manage your own, right? If they are somebody who get angry so fast, so quick, and they just have a very short temper, you can't control that, right? You cannot manage that, but then you can manage how you respond or react, right? So if the tension is high, if it's a heated argument, I recommend take a little a second, walk out, and just take a breather. The funny thing is, as I'm saying this, I remember um, a person that I used to be with. Let's just put it this way. I'll just leave it at that. Um, she was this type of well, in this context, when the argument was high and it was just the tension was really hot. um, I normally, when I'm at that point, I don't talk back, I don't say anything at all, I just shut down, and I would just walk out. I'd say I'd come back. I'd walk out and come back, and the funny thing is sometimes they would be more pissed off. They would, like, I could see steam that comes out of their ears, right? I would say, oh wow, you seem to be upset still, so I'll come back. I would just go for another walk and come back. I did that a few times until they learned that, hey, that's what this guy does, right? So you got to manage your own emotions. Sometimes it's very, very difficult. Believe me, I'm no saint, but it definitely is one thing you want to work on, right? You got to be, here's the thing, you got to be firm in your conversation with them. It's not like you're walking out and saying, "Oh, see ya," you know. No, you got to be firm in your tone, but you got to also be comfortable in the conversation, right? So, number three, you may think this is the same as the number two, but it's not. Listen to this. Number three, keep your distance physically. It's very tempting to want to make them see it your way from your angle, right? It's so tempting. No, it's this way. It really is this. But it's not that easy, right? It's so difficult to have a narcissistic with a sociopathic traits to see it your way. So it's best to keep them at an arm's distance, which means, hey, listen, you don't have to convince them of your thoughts or your views. You don't have to convince them, right? If for, I'll give you an example. If they say, hey, let's go to lunch on Thursday, you can say, I can't. Keep them at an distance, so you make it less regular to hang out with them, right? And less chances, obviously, to get upset or even to get manipulated by them, right? So keep it at arm's length. Number four, you're going to like this one. Don't try to please them. Most people do their best to bend over backwards for their narcissistic partner, but it's never enough. It never works. It's never enough. No matter what I do for you, it's never enough, right? Now, on the other side, if you knowingly offend them, I want you to take this time and ask for forgiveness and apologize. However, most of the time that's not the case, right? Most of the time the case is you're bending over backwards for somebody who is never going to be satisfied, right? And that is not okay. So don't try to please them. Number five, number five, number five. They never own their own feelings. Never. You'll find yourself justifying and defending them all the time. It's not about you. When you constantly have to defend yourself with your thoughts, your emotions, against a misfired accusation, it just gets exhausting. At some point, you got to put your foot down. At some point, you got to be firm and say, listen, I can't handle this. I'm going to go for a walk, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to calm down. I can't be explaining, defending myself all the time with these misfired accusations, right? So it's it's a very tough relationship to have with a narcissistic individual, because most of the time they actually attract people with good heart, because you have a good heart. You just want to give and be there and be kind. And that's exactly how it is, usually, right? They attract people who are kind hearted, who are willing to give more than they receive, right? So it's very easily, they are very easily taken advantage of, just because they have a kind heart and they can't say no, right? So again, really important to keep these five things. And by the way, if you're dealing with somebody like that, you don't have to say their name or anything, but let me know which one of these five stands out to you most. I'd love to know. I'd love to know. Number one, be the change you want to see. Number two, take time out when you need it. Number three, keep your distance. Number four, don't try to please them. Number five, they'll never own up to their own feelings. I'd love to know which one you think that kind of pops at you the most, and which one you need to work on the most. And drop it in the comments if you don't mind. And so, with that, hopefully, you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value. I appreciate you. Drop your thoughts, your comments, your feedback below. Um, Let this feed grow. I always go back and check all the comments, no matter which platform you leave it on: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, X, LinkedIn, Threads. No matter what, I go back and check all the time. And I do my best to respond to everyone. So, and if you're not following me, you can catch me with hashtag SideGigSean, or, that's across all the platforms. And I know you know somebody who would love to hear this. Maybe they're dealing with a narcissistic person, or maybe they are one. Who knows? I'm okay with you tagging them to this and sharing this live with them. I'm cool. I'm totally cool with that. And so, yeah, do that. And with that, I am Sean Azimi. I'm somebody who used to work in an office call center environment, 14, 16-hour days, 6 days a week, often 7 days a week, until my pancreas quit on me, left me unemployable. I actually lost my job over it. Who knew, right? With nothing to fall back on. And I don't know if you've ever felt that, like, rock bottom feeling, but it sucks, right? So I had to turn on to the online space. And so now I help folks to start a side gig online and grow it using social media. If that resonates with you, whether you're serious or curious, drop the word me in the comments. I'll get back with you after this live. With that, I am signing off until tomorrow, when we do it all over again.